Juggernaut!
Today, we are taking a look at the MAFEX number 179 Magneto. He comes in the standard MAFEX box with a window. You can see the art of Chimney on the upper left, and on the side is some product shot and also the art of Chimney on top. On the back, we can see the accessories that is included with the figure. On the side is another product shot showing the figure with the accessory. As you can see from here, you can see all the accessories, almost all of them, from the window, which makes this better. Now, out of the box, there is another tray on the back which holds the other bigger effect pieces. Then the main tray would have the action figure and the alternate hands and the alternate heads and the magnetic disc. Now let's take a closer look. He comes with a flight stand which you can assemble, and there are different claws that you can use. Looking at the figure closely, this is a classic Magneto, but in terms of the head sculpt, it is more of the Japanese anime style. The good thing about this is the soft good scapes, which has a bendy wire, so you can make a more dramatic or dynamic pose for Magneto. And it does not hinder the articulation of his arms, which is double jointed pinless. Also his legs, we have double jointed pinless knees. You can see the belt does not stay still, it kind of moves up. He has a upper torso swivel right there. And in terms of his feet, he has ankle articulation, which is common for MAFEX figures. In terms of the colors of his costume, this is the classic colors with red and some shiny purple. The nice thing is most of the details here that you see is sculpted. It's not painted on details. And also, in terms of the cape, you cannot remove it. I haven't tried removing it. Now, the first head sculpt he comes with is the unmasked or head without a helmet. There is some paint wash on his white hair, giving it a more dynamic look. In terms of his eyes, it is not photoreal, so it's just painted on eyes. From the back, you can see towards the end of his hair, it's still there is some shading. It's a good head sculpt which represents Jim Lee art, but it's more on the anime side. Next up, we have the classic look of Magneto, which is he has a helmet and he's a bit angry or agitated or grinning or trying to exert his magnetic power. It is a very shiny red helmet. From the back, you can see his hair, his long hair. That's a good detail. I'm not sure whether, I don't think the Marvel Legends ones have those hair from the back. Next up, in my opinion, is my favorite head sculpt, which is the all dark face. It's like this is usually how he is drawn on the comic books when he's exerting his power, when you cannot see his face. On the back, you can see that the hair still extends, which is really a good detail. He has very white eyes, showing that there is someone underneath the helmet, and it's really great, especially when you pose him like this. If you look at his soft goods scape, you can't do this with the Marvel Legends one. It just won't work. If characters have capes, it should be soft goods ones. This pose was taken when he was trying to bring back the bullet where Kitty Pryde is trapped in. So here we have the helmet only. You can see he can hold the helmet, and while he sits on his throne, the payaso diorama throne, the cape does bring the figure to life. It brings another dimension, and having a helmet as well, it can give you a lot of posable opportunities. Next we have is the closed fist hands that comes out of the packaging. He has a pair. It is shiny purple. Next we have is one of the open palm hand, which I would call somewhat a grasping hand. It's not fully closed, or it cannot hold or grab things, but it's grabbing. But you can use it when he does this pose. He always does this in the comic books, wherein he holds his cape. These hands give you the opportunity to do that. Another pair of open palm hands, a bit more open, but not grabbing, like it's like trying to concentrate. Next we have the outstretched fingers open palm hand. So as you can see with MAFEX, you get a lot of different pairs of alternate hands for both left and right, which is different from how Marvel Legends does it. Marvel Legends would just give you one, or you'll be lucky to get both pairs of hands. This is awesome for his classic pose, wherein he raises his hands like that. Next up, we have some alternate pair of power effect pieces attached to hands. So here we have somewhat a diamond-like kind of magnetic effect piece. It really looks great because it looks like a diamond more than magnetic effect. It looks great. Next we have the magnetic disc, which is a bit tricky to peg in to the closed fist hands. It does not come with its own hands, so you have to peg it on the closed fist. In some cases it doesn't easily pegged on, and you're a bit worried whether you're gonna damage it, but you can see you can remove it, and there is a mold of his closed fist. I remember the Mesco one had some guns attached to the magnetic disc, so I gave it a go and used some blue tack to attach some Marvel Legends guns, which is a bit lightweight. Next we have the magnetic punch effects, which is somewhat like for Street Fighter, wherein he does a tiger uppercut or something like that, wherein it's flaming, but this time it's a flaming magnetic. The problem with this is once you attach it to his closed fist hands, it's hard to remove. I had to put it in hot water several times just to remove it. Never again will I try to attach it, because you can see it's firmly molded. I mean, it's attached to the molded fist, so I probably won't do this again. A good thing that, I mean, in terms of improvement, what they should have done with this particular effect piece is similar to what they've done with Jean and Psylocke. The problem here is the mold of his closed fist just fits tightly inside, making it hard for you to remove. So what I would do going forward is just somewhat attach it a bit. Probably I'll use one of the open palm hands as well to hold to plug into it. So showing you Jeans, it's his the hands are attached to the power effect piece. that should be the way to go. It can prevent any damage with the action figure and damage with the power effect as well. So you just simply plug it in, replace the other hand, and it works just fine. I wish they would, I mean, going forward, I wish they would do this because it's better. It holds the effect piece firmer as well. I mean, it's attached to it so it won't fall down. Similar to Psylocke's Psychic Knife, you can see it's already in. The the fist is already in. Also with this Psychic Punch, it's inside. So there's no worry or concern that the hand might get stuck. It also helps you avoid doing any damage to this particular expensive figure compared to Marvel Legends, but you can see it works fine. They did it actually for one of the effect pieces of Magneto here, wherein there is similar to this kind of style wherein there's a hand inside. It's a bit tricky though how to figure out which one is the left and the right hand, but it works. I mean, it really does. It looks great and you won't lose it. Well, again, going back, Magneto has one of these, and this is what the diamond part, the star-like power effect piece wherein the hand is attached to it. I hope they did the same for the other one so we can use it more often. I mean, it's just better this way. Magneto has a lot of effect pieces, and which I like about MAFEX. They include a lot of alternate hands and power effect, except for Wolverine probably. But yeah, it's really value for money. You get a lot from this figure. I mean, they say it's expensive, but you get a lot. Now, for example, here I just placed the effect piece on top of an open palm hand. This is the problem with Gambit, wherein he has huge effect pieces and there's no hand attached to it. What they did is they gave us a pair of alternate hands wherein there's a peg in there so that you can plug in the effect pieces. One of these hands I had to glue back the peg because it fell. Yeah, it's just too heavy. Like if I was MAFEX, I actually just attached the hand to it. I mean, where else will you use it? I mean, why would you use it for any other pose? I mean, there's a peg there. Might as well just attach it so nothing will be broken. Similarly for this one, either this heavy one or this lighter one, whatever you use, it's just prone to damage. It's just prone that it's just too heavy that it will break this particular peg. So I wish they just attach it completely, just like this one, so you don't have to run. It looks more natural as well. Now, besides the other Marvel Legends Magneto, so we have the Age of Apocalypse, the House of X, and the Uncanny X-Men. Just for reference, Charles is beside them to see the height. So we can see the different costumes of Magneto. They all look similar in a way, but with different colors and different design. First, we have the Age of Apocalypse Magneto from Marvel Legends. Obviously, the Marvel Legends who has their own scale is taller. Marvel Legends will always be taller than MAFEX. So here he comes with two swirly purple effect pieces, which can rival the one that Magneto MAFEX has here. But in terms of effect pieces, really hands down it's MAFEX, because Marvel Legends will give you so much I think that's the wrong word. It will give you so minimal. Unlike the MAFEX, will give you a lot, except for Wolverine. Next we have is the Uncanny X-Men Magneto. He comes with this effect pieces, which is somewhat the thunder. I think it is the thunderstorm, but this time it's painted purple. Again, he's larger because he's a Marvel Legends and he doesn't follow the 6-inch scale. I mean the 1/12 scale. Marvel Legends are not 1/12 scale. They have their own scaling. So here we have the punchy effect. Next we have the unmasked heads. Now, it is a bit similar. So far, this is the Marvel Legends that I know that has an unmasked head, and it's well done as well. You can see how small the MAFEX head is. MAFEX and Marvel Legends are not of the same scale. This explains why they are different in height and different in terms of the size of the head. Normally, Marvel Legends have big heads. Now here he is besides the House of X Magneto. This is the brand new costume from Jonathan Hickman's House of X, wherein he's wearing his all white with a silver helmet. Besides the classic MAFEX Magneto costume. And here are the angry or agitated or serious or power tripping Magneto head sculpts that we have. So putting them side by side, you can see it's better to have it all black than have just white eyes and just flesh tone. I mean, how he's drawn when he's angry really has some shading. Here he is besides the Age of Apocalypse Magneto, and without the helmet. You can see the long hair is a bit grayish or dirty black gray kind of effect for Marvel Legends. Here is the MAFEX one, wherein it's all clean white with some shading. Side by side, it does look a bit different. It's like the Age of Apocalypse aged a lot. In terms of trying on the other head from Age of Apocalypse on the MAFEX figure, it's a bit difficult because the peg on the neck is different, so it could just sit there but it won't beg in. I'll use blue tack just to keep it still, so we'll give it a go to see how it would look. Rather, it looks large on the body. You can see how not proportioned he looks like. It feels like the head is still floating over his body. So there you go. Using a Marvel Legends head on a MAFEX figure does not work. Here is my all-time Magneto in my shelf, which is the Marvel Select, which is 7-inch scale. It's far more taller, but you can see the paint job, the sculpt work that Marvel Select did for this figure is excellent. There's a lot of shading. Magneto is 16.5 centimeters or 6.49 inch tall. According to the info trading card, he is 6 feet 2 inches tall. This makes this figure just right in terms of height. Here he is besides the Marvel Legends Wolverine and Cyclops. Now comparing him to MAFEX Wolverine and Cyclops. Next up we have MAFEX Jean Grey and Storm. Comparing them to the taller Marvel Legends Jean Grey and Storm. Next we have him besides Marvel Legends Jubilee and Rogue. Comparing him with other rogues, we have the recent J. Scott Campbell Rogue, and we have Age of Apocalypse Rogue and the Avengers Rogue. Next, we have him besides MAFEX Psylocke and MAFEX Gambit. Next, we have taller 7-inch scale figures, Marvel Select Juggernaut, and Sabretooth. Next, we have him besides Marvel Legends Avalanche, Mystique, Blob, Toad, and Pyro. We have the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Thanks to Slide Effects for the Pyro effects here. Next, we have Magneto with other Marvel Legends Magneto. You can see, of course, the Marvel Legends are taller than he is. Next, we have the Build-A-Figure Apocalypse, and we have the Riders Wave Professor X. We have the Seat of Autumn. This is one excellent Magneto. I don't have the red Magneto from the 3-pack, Amazon 3-pack, but this is such an excellent figure, especially with the soft goods cape and with all the accessories that he comes with. Almost a perfect Magneto for me, except for this particular power effect, which is the uppercut thing, which gets stuck inside the closed fist hands. But overall, this is one excellent figure. And there is a lot of use, or a lot of things that you can do with it, a lot of play. Here we have the rest of the MAFEX 90s X-Men. We're almost there in terms of completing this squad in terms of MAFEX. I'm looking forward to having a Rogue with soft goods jacket. Hopefully she'll come with a lot of accessories, unlike Wolverine here, which has less accessories. Probably it will depend on the Capcom game. But overall, this is such a cool set of figures from a different toy line, MAFEX. You can feel the how well done they are. I mean, they're not perfect, but they really are excellent. MAFEX figure comes with different set of alternate hands and different set of power effects. As you can see here, I modified the Jim Lee pose using different effect pieces or accessories that they come with. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're in Australia, please check out our online shop. We mainly sell Marvel figures. Again, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and ring the notification bell.